When you're setting up a repeating item inside of your documents, it's often helpful to understand what the syntax that's being inserted into your document actually means so that you can modify it as you wish. So for every repeating item, we have an opening, a closing, and the stuff that's actually going to be shown on the screen, which is all of the attributes and anything else you want to put next to that attribute. So let's start with what does this all mean? So the opening is saying for item in item name right here is going to be the item name that you have chosen for your own repeating item inside of your workflow. So it's saying for every item in that item name, so for example, if your item name was children or property, for every single item that we have that is a child, I want this to happen, this to be inserted on the screen, and then I want it to end here. So in this case, obviously this is a very simple syntax, and all we have is the item attribute name. So it just says item attribute name. And the reason it has this item piece is to differentiate it from other variables that you might have in the rest of your workflow that are not repeating item variables that you might also want to be including in the middle of repeating items. So this differentiates that syntax. So in this case, all it's going to do is it's going to put the item attribute name, and it's just going to keep showing that on the screen. Now, if we wanted to make this a little bit more complex, here's an example right here of something with multiple lines and multiple attributes. So here, in this case, we say for item in children, we first want the word name and a colon to appear, and then we want the first name of the child to come here. Then we wanted to say birth date colon, and we wanted to say the date of birth, which is a variable that I have in my workflow. Yours will be different. And then we wanted to end there. And now for every child, it's going to say name of the first child, birth date of the first child, name of the second child, birth date of the second child, and so on until you reach the limit of your repeating items. Similarly, we can add bulleted and numbered lists. So if you wanted for every single one of those items for them to be on a bullet, you just add a bullet point, or you could add a number here and they would all be placed on different lines. We can also put these in tables, and there's a lot of other formatting options as well. But for the purposes of this video, we just wanted to show you what this for and end for syntax actually means.